Hi, welcome to Pandora's Tarot. This is a reading for the sign of Taurus for the month of February 2016. Please remember to check your rising and your moon sign because that will give you more information on the energies available to you throughout this month. Let's start Taurus with this reading right here. You have in the challenge position the Queen of Coins. The Queen of Coins or Pentacles is the card that represents you. It's the card that represents the earth signs. And it's not just a card that represents you, it's a very special type of earth person, because even though it is, like I said, the element of earth, you have water also in this card. And this is because the Queen of Pentacles is a very maternal energy. This is someone who knows how to nourish her project, her baby, everything around her, so everything blooms. You can see the flowers here are all in bloom. So the focus of your month, Taurus, is going to be nourishing a project, okay? Whether it's a business idea, whether it is you're remodeling your home, whether it is you're planning a trip, your focus is going to be nourishing a project, and especially something that has to do, of course, with money and material resources. It could be actually, trying to get pregnant, but I see more like a material vibe related to this. In the center of the reading, you have the Moon. The Moon is a card that it's a major arcana card, and actually you have three, so it's going to be a pretty intense month. The Moon is a card that represents our intuition. And I always say it's a card that it's always ambiguous, because it doesn't matter if it comes up upright or reversed, because it's a card that talks about illusions and not seeing things clearly. And this is why you have to connect with your intuition. The Moon is like a veil, that is cast over, a mist that is cast over reality. So you think you're seeing things as they actually are, but you're not really. Okay, so this is a month for you to be careful, for you to be mindful, and pay attention to your intuition. Like I said before, if you have some kind of gut feeling relating to this project, like you should change something, or associate with someone, or stop working with someone, pay attention to that. It's going to be very important, because you're not seeing everything as clearly as you think you're seeing it. Okay. In the position of the things you cannot change, you have the Six of Coins, and this is a card of receiving resources. Okay, it could actually be, the most evident form of it, which is money, especially if you have requested a loan, or either from a bank, or you have requested money from someone else. In the month of February, it will be given to you. It won't be a very large sum, but I think it will be enough for this project, okay? Enough to keep you going. This is also, it could be someone lending you their services, or their help, or their contacts. It's some kind of material aid that comes to you, okay? That is given to you, and something that I believe you have been requesting. Now, in the help that you're going to receive, Taurus, you have the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune, like the Moon, is another major arcana card. And this card talks about things that are outside of our control, things that are related to our destiny, and even to our soul contracts and reincarnation, especially if you believe in all of those things. Wheel of Fortune coming up also in the position of the things in the position of the help that you're going to receive. It's a card that tells you, okay, you know what, you need to take it easy this month. Why? Because everything that happens, for a reason, but also everything that happens was planned throughout this month, and especially in relation to this project. Okay, so why take it easy? I believe it's possible that developing this will take you longer than you actually expected. Okay, so what the tarot is saying is that if you have delays, if you have some kind of issue that you have to work through, well, it was meant to be. whatever happens in this path will teach you something, okay? And you need to learn all of those things. The good thing is that in the position of the things you cannot change, you have a card that represents receiving help. So it's a month where, you know, everything that happens is actually an aid to you. And the final card, final outcome, we have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is a card that represents actually taking some time out, taking, it could be actually resting or some kind of illness that will stop this nurturing this project. It's also a card of meditation. So it might be that you know, the moon card sometimes could represent some truth coming out to the open, okay, being illuminated. And once you find out this facts that you didn't know, you perhaps might be able, or you decide to take some time to rethink your project, okay, and maybe replan and try to figure out what is it that you're going to do now with this new information. But you can't just keep going and decide at the same time. You're going to go like, okay, I need to just take a time for myself, because this is a time for you to go inward, okay? You will be taking that time. And it comes up with the Tower card, and the Tower card is a card that talks about old structures falling apart. It's a card that talks about even some truths coming out, but not the moon talks more about a process, something that it's not so harsh. The Tower talks about truths that come out in the open like that, you know, maybe through a discussion or an argument. But the good thing about the Tower is that it's not just destruction for destruction per se. It's a card that talks about tearing down what no longer serves us, and we have been holding on to those things so dearly, and the reality is that we need to let them go. This is why also the Tarot is saying whatever happens in this month, it was meant to be. Okay, so I think it's going to be a month with a lot of internal work, okay, and finding out a lot of truths and different truths. So I hope, Taurus, that this is helpful. I want to thank everyone who watches and likes and comments my videos. We have surpassed the 2 million visits, so thank you so much, and I will see you next month. Take care.